welcome back to our show. We continue at the London Islamic School with Asad Choudhury, the principal of the school. Asad, as we were talking about these values and these virtues that you are working out with the kids, the next project was the food bank, which was actual. What I want to stress here is how they are working this with the kids. The kids are fully involved, completely. They took completely in their hands the running of the project. And the idea of these kids were to kick him out of the office. Right now, where we are at this point, you're going to start just looking at a few pictures. And how was that?
That was a very interesting, venture to go on. So the idea behind it was we had in this month, in addition to our sponsorship of orphans, our second program was a Ramadan food drive, right? And we partnered with the mosque here that does it every year. And basically the non-perishable items, they go towards the London community, people in need here in London. So this is what we described to our students, saying that this is another project. There's a lot of excitement, right, to again show compassion through this means. But this one had a little twist, right? And that twist, it was actually a challenge put out by myself to the students, and I challenged them saying, let's see if you can actually bring enough food items, right, or non-perishable items to kick me out of my office, right? So the idea was, and the office that we sit in right now, this is the space here. The idea was, can you bring enough items and put it all over my office that I'm actually not able to get in and get to my desk and do the work that I do? And the excitement just started. And I said, hold on, you have to think about it, and you have to accept the challenge if you think you can do it, right? Nice, yeah. My office is quite large, and that's a lot of food items that you need. And they took their, they probably took about 30 seconds, to be honest with you, to think about it. And immediately they said, challenge accepted. And so this was this was really the beginning of May that they had said that.
So they had one full month.
They had a full month. So the idea was every day they were able to bring in non-perishable items, leave it in their classrooms, and then Friday we would transfer them into my office. So really every Friday I got to see how much that week brought, right? And before I knew it, the first Friday that came by, already, a good portion, almost half, right, of my office just had, non-perishable items, right?
You're watching right now the picture, it's
and you see the picture there, right? So by the second week of May, I only had a small pathway, right? And now what I used to do, because I obviously wanted to show that no, you won't get this done, right? Yeah. And I would come in, and every Friday I would kind of make a pathway to my desk, to the point where by the end of May, and that's another picture you'll see, it was impossible for me to make that path. They had the food items all over the floor, on the chairs that we're sitting on the chairs here, all over my desk, because there was a day, and this was the Friday, before the last week of May, that we had an assembly, and it almost looked like I was kicked out, but I did tell them I'm going to try after school in private. So part of the trick was getting on these chairs and then getting on my desk. So students saw that, right? And I didn't know they were watching, and they said, we know the trick now. So Monday morning came, and they had put food items, a lot more food items came in. They put it on the chair, they put it on the desk. By Tuesday, officially, I had to announce that I was completely kicked out of my office, right? It gave me more hallway time and more time to spend with the kids in the classrooms, and also steal the office of my colleagues. It was just such a great enthusiasm. The vibe was very positive. The students did more than one cheer about that, and a lot of students were involved in that entire process of bringing the canned items to school, moving them from classrooms to my office, and also distributing or spreading it out in my office. It was such a beautiful sight.
We're going to bring a couple of kids, so you're going to hear how important was this task for them.
This is all about showing compassion to the poor people around Canada and around London, Ontario, because they are poor, they have no food. They've been living like this, and we have to show compassion so we can get hasanat and show that we care for them, and be thankful that we have food and everything, and it's very, very great that, like, mashallah, we succeeded. We have so many food, and inshallah all the poor people around will be happy.
Talking behind cameras about how the family got involved and how this helped the families to get into a different theme and talk about values, about good things, no?
Absolutely, and I mean, on that note, it's we're so blessed here at the London Islamic School to have such supportive families, really, and we have, you know, wonderful families, wonderful parents that you know, that do their part at home, right? That continue the, you know, the instilling of such virtues month after month, and it's not just the one virtue for the year, yeah, but every month we see something, you know, something new, and parents are right on the forefront with regards to ensuring that their part is done, right? I mean, every month at the end of the month we have you know, an assembly that celebrates the virtue. So we have student performances, we have some awards. We have some, you know, speeches and lectures about, some videos sometimes about the virtue, and, you know, it's a great turnout from parents, and parents are always enthusiastic to kind of, you know, wrap up the month with that virtue, only to start its you know, action, you know, onwards in our lives. So we're just blessed. We're just really blessed with our school community here.
It was amazing. I was really surprised when we start talking with these girls you're gonna hear right now. They're completely convinced of what they did. So Asad, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure having you in the Muslim View, and it's been a pleasure having you with Asad. You can see this is an amazing project, and something that really it will be something to encourage all the families to take as a part of the conversation at home, no?
Absolutely. No, thank you so much for having me. The pleasure is all mine.
Okay.
This is about giving poor people food that, like, and they don't have and we're so lucky that we can actually wake up every single day and we have all this food that we can eat. But some people don't have the opportunity to have all this food and they can't eat at all.
We've been doing it from starting May 1st till May 31st. And this is the month of compassion. I told my friends that this was a month of compassion and about the food drive.
I feel really happy. At first I never thought we would actually be able to get that much food. And then when I saw it, I'm like, oh my goodness, like, wow, that's a lot of food.
I was very proud of my school. Like, I thought that we could never even actually accomplish our mission, which was keeping our principal out of his office. I thought that would be impossible for our school to accomplish, but we managed to do it. Well, I'd like to send a message to, even if it's not the month of compassion, your virtue or anything, you guys could just try, like, you guys could start a food drive, or even if there's no food drive in your school, you could just go to Goodwill, donate clothes, non-perishable items.
I actually am so happy right now, and my message, is just because you don't have to be like. You don't have to be rich to give money. You can give, like, from your heart. And you can buy people's meals, and you can, like, do so much stuff to make them happy. And you don't have to do it every single day. Maybe once a year. It doesn't really matter. Like, at least you're giving.
And at least you're trying.
Just go here first. Thank you. Put that one right here, or underneath here. Give me the bag, I'll take the bag. Thank you.
Thanks again, we really appreciate it. You don't know what this is going to do. There are a lot of children, I don't know if you know this, that in your age group where they have nothing in their bellies, maybe for a couple of days. This helps them out and they appreciate it as well. So thanks again, guys, for everything that you've done, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to continue.
So what happens is our church secretary normally will get a call, and we will help people from about the 20th of the month till the end of the month. Now, we do get emergency calls, and most of our people, because we don't have a lot of ones that can help to go out with the food, we ask people to come in. The ones that are disabled or for a variety of reasons, elderly, we will go out and bring what's needed to them. But we don't just supply the food. If people are in need of clothing or furniture, we can also write vouchers. We have a store on York Street, and it's called the St. Vincent de Paul store, and we can write a voucher for them to get clothing or furniture if they need it for themselves. And the furniture will get delivered to them free of charge. So that's something else that we provide.
One of the questions, actually, I was talking to Amira here, she's a grade 7 student, and I'm just going to paraphrase your question, was, you know, how do you select the people that the food goes to? Do they come here and they make you something?
They will call our secretary and say, I'm in need. Some people, elderly, mental health, we've had them for years. And they're just, we call them our regulars. And sometimes we have to go out to help them, or they come in. Thanks again, we really appreciate it. You don't know what this is going to do. There are a lot of children, I don't know if you know this, that in your age group where they have nothing in their bellies, maybe for a couple of days. This helps them out and they appreciate it as well. So thanks again, guys, for everything that you've done, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to continue.
From the Muslim Resource Center for Social Support and Integration. I am thrilled and honored to be a part of the Muslim View show today. Today is a fantastic day. It's actually quite a special day for us. A few students from the London Islamic School are coming here at our center to deliver a bunch of Ramadan food hampers that we can give and pass on to our clientele. As you know, the Muslim Resource Center does a lot of work within our community through youth programming, family programming, parenting programming, children programming. These hampers would be great for us to pass on to our clients in need. Wait, I think they're coming. I think I hear them. Let's go check it out. Come on, let's see. Okay, come this way.
Workout.
And I want to welcome you to the Muslim Resource Center for Social Support and Integration, and I just want to say thank you so much for your contribution and the hard work that you put into these food hampers. Like, on behalf of our clients, on behalf of caseworkers that work at MRC, I really want to extend our gratitude to all of you, Ziba, for coordinating this, the Imam, principal, I said, you lovely students and your classmates, because I know it just wasn't you guys, right? A lot of these students from the school, right? It's amazing. So thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
This is nice.
It's a great opportunity for all of us.
Gets you away from school, right?
Yep.
No classwork. Field trip, exactly.
Welcome to MRC.
So Dr. Biraban is the founder of MRC. So this is the, I don't want to say brainchild, but the brain man behind the story, behind the agency that you're getting a tour of today. And maybe you can say where the me came from, why was it important for you to formulate MRC and nurture it to where it is now.
Well, thank you for coming. Really appreciate that. And we are here working with the Muslim community. We support families, children, women, as well as anybody who is struggling in life. There's so many challenges when people come here to Canada. So we're trying to work with our families and also help children like you.
But we have, so some of the caseworkers are able to deliver some of the food hampers. So those that you see here today will be delivered through us. And then Ziba has volunteered to do some of these deliveries for us as well. One or two of the clients who do have cars can pick it up at MRC or at the mosque, because that's how the clients would get them.
Now you're helping the poor, like the people that have trouble.
We're extremely happy, and we're happy to know that your school, the mosque, can partner with us to get to accomplish this goal, because we know how much the families need them.
How much food does each person get?
Well, it depends on the size of the family. So we can have a family as small as, we can have a single family, which is in one individual living in the household, but up to maybe 10 to 12 family members. So it just depends on the family size, and then we batch the hampers accordingly.
How do you determine which families get, like the process of a needy family coming to MRC? What does that look like?
Family size is one, and the type of cases that come in. So it depends on if they needed their basic needs to be met initially. Right. If they have financial issues, if there's a financial issue, there's a likelihood that there is a food shortage within the home. Right. There are other factors if they're long-standing clients as well. We do have clients that have been with us for a number of years, so we know that they're generally in need for the most part on a regular basis. Yeah.
So when we first meet with the family, we do some kind of assessment for the different issues, needs, but also we sometimes identify financial needs, economic kind of support needs. So then those would be identified as someone who maybe would be eligible for this kind of support. Really, it's very helpful. So, any other questions?
No, thank you.
No? Thank you very much for coming. Jazakumullah khair. Really, this is great. So hopefully maybe we will see you in the future here at MRC. Inshallah.
Thank you so much.
You guys say welcome.
Thank you.
Remember I told you it was going to be a great day? Do you see how many Ramadan food hampers they prepared? The students at the London Islamic School prepared for us to give on to our clients. We want to say thank you so much to the parents, the students, the teachers, the principal, the imam for really rallying together and showing the students what community work is. For just volunteering and giving back, and how much good work it is that they're putting in to our community by donating these Ramadan food hampers. It's truly amazing and inspiring to see how much work the students at LIS put into preparing these lovely Ramadan food hampers for our clients. And we truly hope that this creates a trickle effect within our community to continue to give back and to give to those in need. Because we're not all as fortunate, and we do know that some families are better off than others, and in giving back we'll receive. Thank you.